Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to anyone who's new. My name is Dietary and I am a registered South African nurse. I am here on YouTube documenting my life as a South African nurse. If that's the type of content you would like to enjoy, please do hit the subscribe button and join This Is Nurse Z. I felt the need of doing today's sit down, and it has been a hot minute since I sat down and filmed a sit down video. In fact, my life in general, it is just on the fast lane pace. That's why you guys have been seeing me putting out vlogs more than sit downs, because I didn't even have the time to do sit downs. Okay, it was just not available. But today I am here to shoot a video that I feel it is necessary, and I think I have been trying to emphasize this, but it seems like people don't get it. So one kid at work who is a data capturer suggested that I sit down and do this video and actually share the cons or the not so attractive, not so cute challenges that I face in my current job, because it seems like everybody thinks my job is a vacation. Everybody wants to do what I'm doing, and the honest truth is it appears cute and glamorous and easy and fun on the camera because that's how I chose to document it. That's how I decided to show you guys. But there is another aspect of my job that I never shoot, I never share with you guys, and I think that's where you guys got it wrong. You're probably thinking all that I'm sharing, like on camera and on pictures on Instagram, that is my job. That is just a portion of what I truly do in a day as a registered South African nurse who's working for a dual age partner. So yeah, let's not waste time, let's get on today's video. Alright, today I want to speak about 5 things that I do not like, or 5 things that my job subjects me to, and these are things that really there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot change them. So the number one thing, it is definitely the fact that you drive, okay? You know, before I bought my own car, I always looked at the ladies who were driving their own cars as attractive. Always aspired to drive my own car because I would see ladies looking really cute in their own nice cars, and independency appeared so nice when I didn't have a car. And then after I bought my car, I realized that driving is a chore. I do not enjoy it. I do not like it. I wish I could always be on the passenger seat. So with my current job, from the onset, on the interview day, they will ask you if you can drive an auto car or a manual car. They will also ask you if you have a valid driver's license, because that is part of your job description. If you're thinking you're a nurse and it's not part of your scope of practice, then in this particular sector that I am in, the driver's license sets you apart from other professional nurses. If you have a driver's license and another professional nurse doesn't have a driver's license, but they have NIMAT, they have their diploma or degree, they will definitely go for the nurse that has a driver's license. So my job entails me traveling literally every single day, unless I decide to stay in the office and do office related work or admin work. But on more of the days of the week that I'm at work, I am forced to travel. I move from the office to different sub-districts around the district that I'm working in. I think I've shared with you guys and told you that I'm actually a district nurse. I am not even a facility nurse. I'm not even a sub-district nurse. I am a district nurse, and the district that I am working for, it has 5 sub-districts. So I literally have to move all these 5 sub-districts in 1 month. That's why every single month you guys see me going to Moretili, which is in Hammanskraal. Like every single month I need to be present in all 5 sub-districts to show support of the program that I'm implementing. So it is really exhausting, because you wake up in the morning, you have to clock at work first at your office, sign in and check in or that you're really at work today, and after that you pack up and you drive to your destination, like whatever place you had decided to work on, you have to drive there. Whereas when you are working in a facility or in a hospital, the moment you get at your workplace, that literally is your workplace for the rest of the day, and you will drive again when you are knocking off going home. So with my job, you will have to drive something like 45 minutes, 1 hour, sometimes even 2 hours 30 minutes. You guys know I drive to Moretele. That is a 2 hours 30 minutes drive, and sometimes I would arrive at Hammanskraal and have to drive to the community that I'll be working in, and from that community to the resort. So there is really a lot of driving, and if you've been following me, you know that the cars that we're using at work are actually buggies. Listen, in my life I thought I was gonna get myself one, but no. You know what, when I came back from Moretele, my shoulders were painful. They were aching because of how heavy those vehicles are. Those vehicles are really heavy, and you are forced to drive them. And you guys know I have a mobile clinic, right? Unfortunately, I cannot drive the buggy when it is pulling the mobile clinic. So our driver normally drives for me, specifically when it's pulling the mobile clinic. But if it is not pulling the mobile clinic, I have to drive for myself. So some nurses even drive the mobile clinic. Yeah, the driving, guys, it ain't fun. It really ain't fun. The second thing that people don't know about my job is the fact that when I say I'm a street nurse, I actually mean I work on the streets. Like, I don't work in a facility, you guys. I don't get in a consulting room and sit. No, I work on the street. That is why they got me the mobile clinic at work. Before the mobile clinic, you guys saw I was using a gazebo. So I don't work in a facility. I work on the streets. Literally, the wind, the cold weathers, the rain, the sun, the harsh sun, all of that I am subjected to it on a daily, literally on a daily. I work on the streets. We go into a community that we know it has a high transmission volume of HIV. We find a hotspot, a place where people gather, or a place where people meet up, particularly our key population. We go to that place, we station in that place from 8 in the morning, let me say from 9 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the evening, and then we drive back to the office or back to the resort if we will be in Hammanskraal. So from all those hours, I don't know if it's 8 hours or 7 hours, but I am subjected to all types and kinds of weather conditions. It ain't fun. It ain't like your consulting room where you can get in, close the door, and if it's raining outside you can feel it. If the sun is too hot, you can just open your window or switch on your aircon. If it's cold, you can have your heater on. I don't have anything like that, unfortunately. Luckily my mobile clinic actually has an AC, so that makes a little bit of a difference, but not that much, because sometimes I do share the mobile clinic with the HIV testing counselors if they didn't bring their own gazebo. So yeah, my working conditions are not cute at all at the field. The third thing that I feel it is such a con in my current job, it is definitely the traveling. Listen, you guys, I am able to spend like 5 days away from my house. If you are someone who is married, if you're someone who have kids, I don't think this would be an ideal job for you, especially if your household is dependent on you. Like if your husband is unable to run the household without you. I know there are a lot of women who are like that, who are household women before they could be anything outside their homes. So if you are that type of a woman, unfortunately I don't think this would be an ideal job for you, because you literally have to pack up and leave. I don't know if you guys are aware, but my daughter is actually here visiting me, and last week I went to Hammanskraal. I was supposed to go for 5 days, but on Tuesday I had an assessment with DOH, so I needed to stay this side, and then I postponed my trip to Wednesday. So I stayed in Hammanskraal for 3 days, and I left my daughter here at home. I mean, she's visiting me, and then I'm going away. But unfortunately it wasn't a trip that I was able to postpone or to cancel, because I've got clients waiting for me to come and do review that side. So if you are someone whose family constantly needs to be present, I don't think this would be an ideal job for you, because here we pack up and leave. we literally stay in our suitcases. I remember sometime in Feb, we had a workshop during the weekend. I know it's something that could never happen at your age, but we had a workshop which started at Friday. Like, we had to check in Friday evening because we had to work first Friday morning before we could go to Santon. The workshop, we checked in Friday evening. The workshop was on Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday later we traveled back to Rustenburg, which on Monday we were at work. So also the pressure, the traveling, if you are someone who is into building a home, not that you cannot build a home when you are doing the job that I'm doing, but if your family cannot function without you, then it's definitely going to be a struggle. Even now, I'm still trying to come up with a strategy or a way that I'm going to adapt when my daughter finally comes to stay with me full time, because it's not like I'm planning to leave my job, like my current job. And even if I leave my current job, I know I will still be wanting to do something similar to what I'm doing. So it means I need to come up with a long-term plan that will accommodate my child whenever I go away with work. Fourth thing that I do not like, or rather which is a con about my job, is the fact that you are actually unable to have like proper meals which you prepared for yourself. You know, I know that you guys know Malibu loves food, right? But it also made a lot of sense to me why Malibu would always want to buy food, because unlike you creating a lunchbox for yourself and then going to your workplace, taking that lunchbox, putting it in a refrigerator and knowing that it is safe and you will eat it later. Us, we travel, like I said, and you can just imagine what will your lunchbox look like if you have traveled from your house to your office, from your office into another car. You have to change cars, remember, because I don't use my personal cars to do my work-related tasks. So I have to take my lunchbox from my car into another car, travel to whatever place that I will be working in. What will your food be looking like during that time, from the moment you dished it up in the morning until 11 o'clock when you are busy moving up and down with it? What will it look like? Will it still smell fresh? Will it still be appetizing, for that matter? So that is why it is so easy to grab something on the road, because you know it's freshly made, even though our choices are not as healthy as they're supposed to be. But yeah, it is a lot easier to grab things on the road. I used to look at taxi drivers and feel, why are they always eating from the streets? And now I work on the streets and I feel exactly like that. I am living a lifestyle of a taxi driver when it comes to food, because I never make lunch from home, and also I think it's a little bit difficult for me to have breakfast in the morning. I prefer having breakfast at the office. So yeah, the fact that I'm unable to like enjoy the food that I carry from my house, that also can be a little bit of a con. But if you're someone who doesn't mind to eat something that you've been moving up and down with, but guys, the honest truth is, if you move up and down with your lunchbox, the time you open it, it will not be appetizing at all. That is my opinion. I don't know, maybe someone else might be able to actually do better, but I think you guys have seen how I've gained so much weight during the first 3 months of my job, which it was also an intentional thing. I did want to gain weight, but I never thought I would gain it as fast as I did. So yeah, that also, it could be a little bit of a challenge, but I also feel maybe in the near future I will find my feet around that department of making a lunchbox and actually mastering it. I don't know, I'll come back on here and share if I did. The last thing that I feel it is a con for my workplace is the fact that in our workstations we do not have proper sanitation. And by proper sanitation, I mean we don't have a toilet, like a flushing toilet. We don't have running water. We literally carry what is these things, these containers of water, like we bought them at the office, and that's what we use to wash our hands. And in terms of urinating and passing feces, you guys, we literally have to go near the places that we are working in, be it there's a house, a tavern, a tuck shop. You have to go and ask for permission to use their restroom. Otherwise, we do not have. I know my mobile clinic has a toilet, but I don't like using the toilet because at the end of the day you have to clean up after yourself. So who wants to be dealing with urine at the end of the day, or feces? So we have to go to people's houses or taverns or tuck shops and ask for toilets. And sometimes the toilets are not as clean as you would like them to be, but then it is what is available for you, because clinics might be far. Like working in a clinic, it is better than working on the streets, because when you're in a clinic, you have running water, you have your toilet, you have your electricity. But with us at the field, no. It's survival of the fittest. You have to ask around, you have to knock on doors, and yeah, be subjected to all types and sorts of toilets. I've even been using pit toilets now. When I was in Hammanskraal, I was using a pit toilet. Like, I had to go to this other salon and ask for a restroom, and they showed me a pit toilet, and I had to use it. I hate using a pit toilet. I didn't grow up using one, but at home in EC, it's a pit toilet. Even when I visit home, like, I sometimes stay a week without going to the loo because I would be avoiding the pit toilet. But now I realize that I don't have a choice. This is the nature of my job. I work on the streets, and whatever toilet that is available to me, it would be a toilet I'll have to use. I just need to be careful of urinary tract infections. So yeah, you guys, those are these are some of the things that I thought I should really share with you and make you realize that really my job is not perfect. It isn't glitz and glam. It isn't the Instagram dream job that I normally share. Yes, those things, like, I'm not saying I fabricate those pictures and stuff like that, no, and those videos, no, I don't. Yes, I am booked in these nice cute resort, and yes, I do drive and sing and dance in a car, but I'm just trying to make it bearable for me and also make it enjoyable for myself. So the reason it appears so nice and so spectacular, it's because I love it. I love doing it. I would go through all these cons just so that I can have the job that I have. So yeah, before you can say, please do watch this video and understand that there are a lot of challenges that I face. Some even include not being welcomed well in clinics, because you go to different clinics and different hospitals, different laboratories. So you meet different people who will treat you differently. Some will be kind, some won't be kind. Some will be welcoming, some won't be welcoming. But at the end of the day, you need to do your job. You need to make sure that your job is done properly. Oh, the other challenge that I needed to share with you guys is, you guys know that as we work in the streets, we screen for HIV, we screen for TB, STIs, COVID, and also psychosocial problems, right? So we go working in the streets. Remember, our target audience are not people who are sick. These are people who are at home. They don't see the need of a medical attention. So we basically go to convince people that they need our services. That can also be something that is very tricky, something that is intellectually taxing, because you literally have to sell your services to people. Imagine having to sell an HIV test to people. We know there's still stigma around HIV. People still have fear of knowing their statuses. So it takes a lot to convince people to do an HIV test. Never mind PrEP, never mind explaining PrEP to people. I mean, you're asking someone to take a tablet every single day and they are not sick. So you really need to convince people that they need PrEP. You need to come up with scenarios that would make them relate to the need of PrEP, you know. So that also is a little bit exhausting. It is such a challenge and it is exhausting, because at the end of the day, there are targets that we need to meet on daily. So if people do not take up your services, it means you're not building great rapport with your clients, and it also means that you are not good at selling what you are providing. These are exactly the things that I wanted to share with you guys. Some, actually, let me not even say these are some of the things that I wanted to share with you guys, just to show you that my job is really not a walk in the park, but I do love it nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give it a massive thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know if these are things that you would withstand for this type of job, or you think you are fine at a healthcare establishment. Other than that, please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys on my next one. Mwah.